You're watching Picks on Politics with Dan Manarino.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's go across the Hudson and jump right now into the race for New Jersey governor. The other one we're following very closely. Jersey City Mayor Steven Fulop making his case to voters, and he joins me now. So, Mr. Mayor, great to have you back on Picks on Politics. Good to see you.
It's good to be seen, and thank you for having me.
So let's talk about this, right, and how you really see a path to victory as the New Jersey's governor's race heats up. What do you think sets you apart from the other candidates, say, like Mikey Sherrill and Ross Baraka?
Who are they? Who is it? Who are you talking about? Kidding around. Dan, I think that we're in a entirely different lane. Talking about government reform and political reform and substance and policy. I mean, they're talking a lot about platitudes and fighting Donald Trump, and that stuff is important. But at the end of the day, we're talking about how you're going to fix New Jersey in a way that is real, tangible, and I have a track record that is second to none as being the mayor of Jersey City.
Yeah, it's interesting because you were the first person to announce you were running. You're doing a lot of things early, right? You've already picked your running mate, and that would be the South Orange mayor, Sheena Collum, before the primary election, which is unprecedented. So why did you make that decision so early?
I mean, our entire campaign is a little bit in this untested lane, not relying on the political organization or political machine in New Jersey, and really talking about the substantive policy changes. Every step of the way, it's been a little bit different. One of the things that we did different as well was declare and create the transparency around who our lieutenant governor pick is going to be. And I think it makes a lot of sense. There's two reasons why. One, from a voter standpoint, it allows people to understand what an administration will look like, which I think is important. And the second part is it allows me to cover more ground politically. So there's a thing from a political standpoint and an advantage governmentally as well.
So let me talk about some key issues right now, okay? And I want to begin with this idea, because it's got much talked about, of reverse congestion pricing, which would require New Yorkers to pay New Jersey a toll. You said that money could be used to fund NJ Transit, which we all know needs help. So if you were elected, would you actually make that a reality? Is that a path you see to fixing NJ Transit?
Yeah. So I hear Jack Ciattarelli, the Republican candidate or frontrunner, talking about that now. He took it from me. And yeah, it's a very real idea. I think that congestion pricing has a lot of benefits, but I think that unfortunately New Jersey and New York are always adverse to each other, whether it's economic development, poaching jobs, or mass transit. And the reality of the situation is that we rely on each other and we need to have a regional solution. And I think the reverse congestion conversation is the best way to get New York back to the table.
So here's the thing.
As leverage.
Here's the thing. If the president kills it, which he wants to, would this still be a reality for you? If it didn't exist, would you still entertain this idea?
Of just taxing New Yorkers for the sake of New Yorkers? No, I think you need a regional conversation. So if it's not something that you can do from a regional standpoint, then I don't think it's a benefit. You got to fund New Jersey Transit, and they got to fund the MTA. So both of those are benefits to New Jersey.
Affordability is obviously top of mind for so many, Mr. Mayor, right? And property taxes, which you know are the highest, some of the highest in the nation. Do you commit to lowering property taxes? And if you do, how do you do it?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're going to stabilize and hopefully lower it. I'd like to make promises that I can commit to.
Can you commit to that?
Yeah. I mean, look, over the last 12 years, we've had stable taxes in Jersey City, unlike any other municipality in New Jersey. I've been conscious of this, so we're below the rate of inflation here. But the reality of the situation is there's a couple of things you could do. You got to revisit the school funding formula, which impacts your property taxes. We have a lot of government. You need consolidation at the very, very small municipality level. You have all these towns that are less than 5,000 people, layers of government. In New Jersey, you pay a corruption tax. Unfortunately, it's based on the structure of government. And then finally, I think having municipal experience is a differentiator. We haven't had a governor with municipal experience in 20 years in New Jersey. And I think that is your biggest driver of property taxes because your mayor delivers your tax bill. So having an understanding of that is crucial.
Right. And how are you prepared to work with President Trump if you're elected? Despite many disagreements on many issues, how do you see yourself standing up to the Trump administration when they are kind of saying, well, if you disagree with us, we're going to withhold federal funding from your area?
I mean, look, all six of us running for governor are going to say the right thing about we're going to fight Trump and we're going to fight Musk. The difference is that I kind of had this track record of running as an independent Democrat here in Jersey City. And if you look at all the political bosses in New Jersey, the person they're most fearful of and scared of and work against is me. And persevere. And the reason is because we're not scared of bullies, and we push back when somebody says something wrong, and we don't capitulate. And I think on the merits, we're going to find solutions in a Trump era to continue to move New Jersey forward, and I'm going to be vocal about it.
Mr. Mayor, news of the day right now, of course, are the markets are volatile. You're a former guy who knows that sector and world very well. And you look at these tariffs right now, and not only as a mayor, but as a governor, if this were to still exist and costs go up, how do you help New Jersey residents with the affordability crisis, and what are your thoughts on the tariffs?
I mean, look, I have to believe that he's going to walk this stuff back. The market is having an adverse reaction. The Fed is having an adverse reaction. You see others retaliating against us, other countries. I have to think that, he's going to either walk this back and try to pretend like he salvaged the day and spin it that way, or try to get some very small concessions from people, because I don't think the current trajectory and what the market is telling him is sustainable for him as a president. And definitely the two gubernatorial races in Virginia and New Jersey, his actions are going to swing it entirely towards Democrats, which he doesn't want. So from my standpoint, I mean, do I think he believes that this is the right thing? Probably, but I don't see him sticking with this, because clearly the indicators are this is a bad idea.
All right, to be continued, and we're going to leave it there because we're giving everybody equal time. I appreciate your time, Mayor Steven Fulop. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, everybody, and with that, we'll be right back.